Hello friends, hello EDsnappers. I hope everyone is doing very well this week. Today we're gonna launch episode 5, which is part 2 of our homemade cards. If you remember last week, we were working on food coloring and we did this on a paper towel. We also worked with our candy and we were making tracks in order to create some basic material for creating flowers. So in front of me you can see 2 examples of the cards that we're going to produce now in part 2. So what we need today is we have our food colored paper towel, we have some tape, we have some binders. I have some old bread binders from the plastic bags that you can use. We need a marker to write our text on the card. We need scissors. And we need a push pin, and that could be anything. If you don't have push pins, you can find something sharp to punch a hole in your cardboard, but you have to be careful. If you are too young to do that, ask a parent or a caretaker to do this for you. So I selected out some boxes, and one of the boxes that I have is already cut. You cut it like this, and then you can put it and place it horizontal on your table, so you have kind of a setup. If you have the box not cut yet, it looks like this, so you can cut the pieces out there, and I don't have to demonstrate that because I think all our students know how to do this because we've done this kind of project before. So what we're going to do is we need to start creating a flower. As you can see over here, I have kind of an star-shaped flower with some pointy edges here. We also have kind of a waving pattern in this one. We can create that one. And we also have another project, because if you don't want to cut and you just want to use the whole paper at once, you can put your little binder in the middle and you can make a fan for your grandma, or for your grandpa, or for somebody else who is really feeling very warm. Anything is possible with these kind of craft. So we're going to get started on making a flower. What you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to make a fold approximately 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter. And you're going to harmonica fold. That means you're going to fold like this away from you. Move your paper towel and make it into a harmonica shape. Now, similar as with the origami, we really want to put that fold in there. So you're gonna go ahead and push it down. It's gonna be a little bit hard sometimes because the paint has dried up a little bit and it's getting a little bit tougher, but I think you can manage that. So you can see it's kind of like a harmonica shape. That's why they call it harmonica folding. And it's fairly easy to do. You just have to put your fingers a little bit spread out so it doesn't unfold as you fold the whole paper napkin or the paper towel. And we are at the end. Now what you can do is you can put a binder in the middle, and then you get the shape like this. See, it unfolds. I do not want to do that. I want to make 2 or 3 different flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my binder and approximately 1/3, I think, I'm going to put that binder around my paper towel part. You can see that one. I'm doing it like that. So now it cannot unfold anymore. And you can do as many as you would like, but I would not go over 3 or 4 because it will be very hard to make the flower or to create the flower. So approximately the same size width on that one. And I'm going to put my other binder over here. So I'm going to create 2 different flowers. And I'm going to tie that again. Make sure that you have some like leftover binder on the end. Then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut the paper towel in half. There we go. Kind of in half. It's fine. Doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. You can go a little bit off to the left or off to the right. It doesn't matter. So now I have my paper towel and I would like to make a shape. I can do different shapes. What I feel like today is I feel more like the pointy star with one of them. So what I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to cut like a little bit of an angle off. Could be 35 degrees, 45 degrees, whatever you feel like. And I'm going to cut. There we are. Now if it, some little snippets over there. The other side is already a little bit edged. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of like a little bit of an angle there. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. You're going to lose some of your beautiful colors, but you can also use that one as like kind of the snippet paper. But you can see I did that on the bottom over here, so it's kind of like confetti. Now we're going to unfold, and as you can see, and it starts, oh, it's really beautiful. You can see my flower already taking shape. You're going to unfold that like that. So you're going to go around and make it a little bit open. And I think this side is more beautiful than the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my binder and put that in the back, because this is going to go through your card. So you're going to attach it like that. But before we do that, we're going to take a little piece of tape. You roll it into like kind of like a little roll. And where the gap is, you're going to put the flower petals together like that. You do the same on the other side. Like this. And it doesn't have to be a complete like even balanced flower. Could be anything, and if you want you can always cut it by hand and trim it a little bit in a way. So now I have created my flower. Now I think the green is a little bit off here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that a little bit like that. It's what I like a lot, and I can make it in kind of like a shape. You can even make a brush out of it if you want to. That's also another idea to work with this. If you have like your prom and it doesn't go very, like it's, of course it will be a virtual prom, you can even make it as a brush, or you can put it on your clothes or even in your hair if you want to. My EDsnappers will like that, so I can wear it as like a hair decoration. So now I have my card over here. I have to look a little bit where my flower would like look beautiful, and I think I would like to have it over here approximately. So I'm gonna take my pin, my push pin, and I'm gonna push, make a hole, kind of two next to each other, and then one a little bit above it, so I can put my little binders through it. This is the hardest part, because that binder is very tough to get through sometimes, and my cardboard is very sturdy, so I'm trying to get that through. It doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that hole a little bit bigger, just like punch a few and make like kind of like a line. And I'm gonna try this again. And now it gets through. There we are. I'm gonna tie that one in. You can always trim your flower later on if it's like on the piece of cardboard. What you have in the back is you're gonna fold up your binder, and you can always like secure it with a little piece of tape. So in that way it will be like this. Then you have already a beautiful standalone card. You can write any message on the card. If it is for your mom, you can write thank you mom. If it's for your dad, you can say thank you dad. If it's for your siblings, thank you siblings. You can send it to a friend, you can send it to yourself, or you can any message you would like to put on there is fine. So I would like to say thank you to my friends, for all the support EDsnaps receives. Draw a little heart here. I can do some confetti over there, and I can make something like that. And of course we're taking a little piece of the orange because EDsnaps is orange. And you can put it like that. I did that very quick and very dirty. And we created just a beautiful standalone card. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Making Cards, part 2. Next week we will be back and working on another type of flower. Wishing everybody a safe and healthy upcoming week. And I will see you next week again. Bye, EDsnappers.